start at any time? Okay. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's up, everybody? I'm Dex Will. This is the first episode of the Dex Will Show. I have two wonderful, co-hosts or interviewers? Guests?
Yeah.
That sounds better. I have two wonderful guests. To my immediate left, I have Tevin Hero. Say, what's up, Tevin? What's happening?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
And to my immediate right, I have the lovely Cliche. How are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for being on my show. This is the very first show. I'm super excited.
I'm excited for you, bro.
Yeah.
This is my first time having my own show. I've never had my own show. I've had my own Instagram. I've had my own dog. I had my own Facebook.
Sir.
Never my own show.
Right.
So this is the first, and I'm glad that y'all, because I watch y'all show. They have their own show. Y'all make sure y'all check out the Conquer You Radio show. Cliche, Tevin Hero. It's amazing. And if you ain't seen it, I might unfriend you. If we friends now, I may unfriend you if you have not seen the show. So that's very important. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. But yeah, for this first episode, I just wanted to be an introduction. I wanted to take the time to introduce myself and everybody. Just in terms of who Dex Will is, where I've come from, how long I've been doing comedy, entertainment, etc. Me and Tevin, we started working together.
Yeah, we had the team desk out there.
We did. We did. We started off doing like little video. This is before YouTube, wasn't it?
Yeah, before I had kids.
Cliche, this is before YouTube, because I've known Tevin for many years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before YouTube
I'm so sorry.
before YouTube was even a thing, before even Facebook was around, but it wasn't that big.
Right.
And we had started doing little skits and videos. Was this before Vine?
Oh, yeah, way before Vine.
This was even before Vine. Okay. And I'm probably telling my age right now.
You are. So old,
Some people like Vine. Like, oh, I'm spilling my apple juice. Goodness. Okay. But yeah. So, yeah, we've been at it for a very long time.
Right.
Let me start over. I first started doing comedy in, I guess I've been goofy, silly my whole life. But professionally, I guess I was in 8th grade. I entered a talent show.
Okay.
And I had to act like, at first, my teacher, she was looking at me crazy. She was like, okay, what you gonna do? I said, I'm funny. I'm just gonna get on stage. You know, I was cocky.
Yeah.
In 8th grade, I'm like, I'm just gonna get on stage. I'm gonna be funny. I've been funny all my life. And she was like, didn't know, like, you have to write a routine. I'm like, write a who? And do what? Like, I have to know what I'm gonna say, you know, because before that, I didn't think about it. I was just like naturally funny. But her name was Miss Ketchup. Shout out to Miss Ketchup. I don't know where you at, what you doing, or if you got Facebook or something, add me, I add you back. And that would be cool. But she was the first person that was like, this, you have to do, if you want to do this, you have to do it the right way. And she helped me, I guess, hone my craft before I really understood what I was doing or what comedy, because I didn't even know comedy was I just was being myself. I didn't know that I was funny,
like
right?
Yeah.
You know, because when you just naturally do something, you don't think about it. Like a bird don't be like, yeah. Well, I imagine birds, I'm like, yeah, I'm flying on your bitch ass. Like, they just fly. Huh? Like, birds just naturally fly.
Right.
I love analogies. You're going to hear a lot of analogies, Cliche, just to let you know. So, what was I saying? So was I, the talent show, Miss Ketchup.
The routine, she made you go.
She made me learn routine. I didn't win, but it was very humbling for me, and it helped me a lot as a comic, because I had to understand, yes, you have this talent, but you can harvest it. You can use it in different ways. Right. You know what I'm saying? And not just go out there and make an ass of yourself. Because, can I cuss? I can cuss, right?
You been cussing?
Yeah,
already.
you cursed.
I've been cussing a lot?
That's already out the water, dog. I'm sorry.
So, there's a lot of kids to watch this, right? No, I'm just playing. So, yeah, it just helped me a lot, you know, when I was first starting out. So then I went into high school. Another way I was really trying to I guess, perfect my talents is I stayed in drama. And I probably should have said that before. Miss Ketchup was my theater teacher.
Okay.
So when I went into high school, I continued to do theater. So just I could learn how to act. And because I never knew how to act like officially. I just watched a lot of TV. I watched a lot of movies and film or whatever. But that's when I was just starting to learn, like, okay, I really want to do this. I want to do it the right way. I need to learn how to act. I was learning stage cues about I didn't like the makeup.
Who's your favorite actor?
Stuff like that. My favorite actor?
Yeah. Or actress, either way.
The first person that comes to mind, I would say Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac?
Okay, as an actor. Okay.
Because I feel
different?
like
That's different.
Yeah.
it's a lot of comedians, and I got a lot of respect for a lot of comedians, but I feel like not everybody can always go from necessarily, I guess, screen acting to stand up, or from stand up vice versa, to
Right,
go
right.
to screen acting.
Right.
And I think that Bernie Mac, he was one of those comedians that was really able to become the character, and he didn't try to outshine, the next person he was acting opposite of.
Right.
He took his time. He understood the craft, and he respected comedy. So he wasn't. I guess I'm trying to put this the right way as a comedian. When you go into a room or you're doing a show or something like that, you want to get your big laugh. You want everybody to look back at this video, this movie, and be like, "That he was the funniest person."
Yeah.
I don't think that Bernie Mac was selfish like that. He understood comedy, and he knew he was funny, so he was like, "I'm gonna get my laugh either here or there or somewhere. So you can have this scene,
Right.
But I'm gonna get mine eventually." You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and that's
right,
something
right.
that I really respected about him, and just his confidence, but also his level of humbleness. I don't think anybody's ever asked me that before.
Yeah, because you got to get your inspiration from somewhere.
You do. And I know I'm touching on y'all's show. I hope y'all don't mind. But yeah, I was just watching their show, and they was talking about not words of affirmation, but love languages. And that makes me think about my love language, because I think as a child, there was something that I lacked, just in terms of, because I should say my love language first. My love language is physical touch and words of affirmation. So I didn't get a lot of that when I was growing up.
Right.
So now it's something that I crave. Being older, you know what I'm saying, and understanding myself or whatever. And I don't know how all that coincides, but that made me think about that. And I'm trying not to get distracted. Okay. So I made it to high school, taking drama, graduated high school. I took an audition etiquette class downtown Atlanta at the Woodruff Arts Center or the Alliance Theater, where they both are the same thing or whatever. My teacher was Pat Hurley, and it was a great experience. I started going to auditions, and I didn't get. I saw a lot of movies and film that I auditioned for that I didn't get, like Big Mama's House. I auditioned for Big Mama's House. You did? I auditioned for Big Mama's House, and it's like, damn, like Brandon T. Jackson got that role. It's kind of like, I don't get mad and stuff like that, but it's just like interesting to know, like, this was real. This was a legitimate audition. Like, this dude wasn't gonna rob me, because you got to think about stuff like that. Oh yeah, anybody that's just starting out, like trying to act and stuff, be very careful. Because be very careful. It's nothing but molestation and deceit out there. Be very careful.
My goodness.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. This is gonna be a real show, y'all. I don't know if y'all knew.
You'll get scammed out here.
You will get scammed
Real
out
quick.
your virginity. Yeah, that's the worst thing to get scammed out of. Yeah, that's not a joke, but it's very serious out here. As a dude, like, I've been in some situations like this photographer when I was very young. This is like, okay, after high school. Okay, we're on the timeline. I'm working. You know what I'm saying? All right. So after high school, when I was going to auditions, I would go to different clubs, and I would host at clubs. They needed comedians. Way too young to be in there. People offering me drinks and shit as a dude. So I can only imagine if you fine and 18 and in the club. That's ridiculous. Anyway, so I'm in there, and I end up working with these people, and everybody, I'm making them laugh. They bringing me back. It was at Cat's Cafe. I'm not sure if y'all familiar with Cat's Cafe. Shout out to Cat. That was like one of the first bars I performed at. Dope energy, dope crowd. It's gay friendly. I'm not gay, for the record, but I didn't know at the time. And not that I got an issue with it, but you got to say stuff. You got to say stuff. Don't stop looking at me like that. You got to say stuff. Don't act like we ain't got to say stuff. So anyway, just shout out to Cat. But so anyway, I digress. One night we had a big event I hosted with beautiful co-host. I can't think of her name right now. If I remember, I'll come back to it. So I hosted at this event, and it was this photographer there. And I can't even remember his name. And not that I wouldn't say his name, because I'm a big, like, put all these folk out. The creepy, weird people, put them out. Mm-hmm. We be like the people who be broke and they got busted shoes. You put that shit all on TikTok. Like, let's out some of these creepy people. So this photographer, he saw that I was just starting out. He's like, you funny, you this. I got his information. I'm thinking I'm networking. And then he's like, yeah, we gonna get your headshots. And then he was like, yeah, we could do something naked. And I immediately was like, this is inappropriate. Like, I was like, this is wrong. And like, what is he doing? Like, what is he talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was just like, as an adult, you had to process like, no, this ain't, because you be looking at something like that. I know that ain't no duck on the roof. It's like, and I know that's a weird analogy, but just like seeing some stuff like, I'm not seeing what I'm seeing, but it's like, that's a duck on the roof. I know there ain't no duck on the roof.
It's a duck on the roof. It's exactly what you see.
She understand what I'm saying. You coming back to my show. Definitely coming back to my show. Okay. But yeah, so that was a creepy, weird situation. And I just like blocked the dude. Didn't talk to him nowhere. So that was high school. Well, after high school, I ended up going to the military because I just wasn't finding any success.
Right.
Went to the military, didn't like it, got out 2016 early because I got injured. And I just started hitting comedy hard. I started getting back performing at clubs. I performed at the Laughing Skull, the Punchline, the Atlanta Comedy Theater.
Okay.
Right.
Every prominent club you can think of in Atlanta. And I mean, I'm not trying to say I was the biggest comic or anything like that. It's just, if you're a comedian. If you're a comedian, if you're a comic, you got to hit those clubs. Those are some clubs you just have to hit in Atlanta.
Right.
And I kept doing the skits.
Right.
I was on YouTube, Instagram. It was like, I guess, hit and miss for me, but I still enjoyed it.
Right.
And I hit a wall of depression because I felt like, damn, I've been doing this for so many years. Since middle school when I did that talent show. And you just want to you want to be Bernie Mac. You want to be Kevin Hart. You want to be Eddie Murphy. And it just doesn't happen. But I had to understand and to learn. What's the word I'm looking for? I say with a skill or a talent, it's never going to leave you. You always going to have it.
Right.
Everybody nowadays they're so focused on, I got to make money, I got to do this because we're in another recession. Probably, I don't even know what's worse than recession, but that's what's going on in the U.S. right now. Recession and depression. It's real bad right now.
Right.
But everybody's just like, I'm good at this, I got to make money off of it.
Right.
And that's unfortunate because you start to lower your value or your talent or your skill because you aren't able to sustain yourself or to profit off of your own talent.
Right.
And I don't think that's how it's meant to be. If you can sing, if you can dance, sing, dance. You don't have to make millions. And I mean, if you want to make millions of dollars off of doing that, I encourage people to do that. But
you're saying do it because you love it, basically.
Exactly. Took the words right out of my mouth. She's coming back.
Yeah. So I got a question. How many clubs do you think you performed at altogether, like over the years?
And what's that like, to add on to what Cliche said? What is that like performing on stage when you're looking at everybody's face and you say something and it's like the reaction on their face is like,
do you imagine them naked sometimes? I'm serious, like for real. Do you have to imagine people in their drawers?
I don't have to do that. You know what a trick I do use?
What?
A lot of times they have a lot of lights to ignite the stage. I'll look into the light and it's like, I don't even see anybody. So I don't know if I just told a secret for all the comedians, but I'll look into the light and I can't see nobody. So I'll be like the only person in there. So it's like, I don't give a shit. How y'all doing tonight? I'll be like, I'm blind up there on stage.
Right.
What was your question? You had asked the question.
Oh, like the experience, like how it is looking at people you telling jokes to, and then you may not get the response for a certain joke, and you move on to the next joke. Do that affect like your confidence as you're going along?
Absolutely. Any comedian that tells you it don't bother me, it don't faze, it definitely does. Like, you just talk to a bunch of strangers. You dare to make them laugh and they not laughing. Like, you can hear all that shit. Like, you dare to make them laugh. So it's gonna affect you. Right. But it's a rush. It's nothing like it. And going back to what I said before with a talent, with a skill, if you know you funny, if you have a bad night, it's not going to stop you. It's not going to deter you. The same thing with anybody else. If you cooking, you trying to reach your dreams, your goals, don't let that stop you. You gonna fail. You gonna mess up. You're supposed to. That's one. And I know this is random, but I watch a lot of Gordon Ramsay.
Yes.
I love the cooking shows and
that boy
stuff.
be killing people's dreams, man.
He's a legit asshole, 100%. 100%.
Narcissistic.
You know what I'm saying? But one of the things I do love about him is he'll have like one person every season that they'll fuck up. He'll kick him out the kitchen. They'll come back like, come on, man. Like, let me back. And he'll be like, get your ass back in there. And I'll be like, that's a nice thing that Gordon Ramsay did. He let him back in the kitchen. That was sweet. Like, I like shit like that. Because that's perseverance. And that's very inspiring. And you can't beat that. Yeah. You can't beat that. Because sometimes I be having to borrow motivation from my homies. Like, you be tired, like, putting out videos and stuff. And it's like, y'all see a little, this is real quick for the fans. If I have any out there, you see a 30-second video from me. It's 30 seconds, but it took me 7 hours to edit it. It took me 7 hours to shoot it. My camera costs thousands of dollars. Like, you better like this shit.
Support me. You better like and share this fiction.
And you know what I hate?
What?
Y'all, I'm sure y'all probably experienced this too, where people come up to you be like, I saw the show. Y'all killed it. But you consciously, like, you didn't like it. You didn't share it.
Yo, I hate that.
Yeah,
like, you be like, you ain't even like it. You ain't
like,
share it.
Right.
And then you told me days later. You told me days later once we got on the phone. You ain't text me and say, hey, great show. I just seen it.
And of course, I know who's watching my stuff. So, I don't know. But I'm getting sidebar. Where was I at in the timeline? Anybody remember?
Listen, no idea.
So we just going to find how many shows.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, that's Kaya. That's Tevin's sister. We grew up together too. So shout out to her. She ain't on camera, but she up in this thing, just so y'all know. I forgot the question again. Damn it.
How many shows have you did?
How many shows? We on it. All right. It's Jeopardy. Okay. Okay. All right. If I had to guess, it's probably like 40.
Okay.
Off the top of my head.
Any out of state?
I've never done any out of state, but in 2000, what year was that? I think it was 2010. I went to Austin, Texas for an NBC competition.
Okay.
And I drove, that was the worst thing. I drove there 15 hours there, 15 hours back in one day. That's probably that was like the stupidest thing I ever did. And it was like, you know, and I watch too much TV and movies, so you be thinking like
it's gonna be smooth.
Yeah, like we was
It's
eating,
gonna be fun, like on.
because I went with another comedian, and we was eating like ravioli and shit from gas stations and Vaita sausages. Like you thinking in your head like, oh, this
Y'all ain't go prepared.
like we struggling, like this is gonna be a movie. This how we finna make it. We got a struggle story, but no, we just struggled. We didn't make it. We didn't make it to the last round.
You had a struggle story. You still got that struggle story.
I got the struggle story. We almost died. We was driving.
Oh my goodness, how?
When we was driving through Louisiana, this is like 4 a.m. It was pouring down raining. Pouring down raining. Like the worst type of rain. Like we was going 5 miles an hour. The windshield going like finna break off. We still can't see nothing, like an old lady doing 5 miles. We spent out.
Oh, good.
And it's like 4 a.m, so ain't nobody around, but we happened to look into the rear view. It is like a semi truck.
Ain't that some fucked up luck?
It's 4 a.m. We spinning around in the middle of the interstate, a semi truck right behind us, and we literally, and I'm not bullshitting you, and baby, this is because we black men and we have been through so much shit. We wasn't screaming in the car. It was no screaming. It was literally, we was like, shit. Car spinning around. It's like a whole. What's that movie called when they finna die? Final Destination. Yeah. You know how they start seeing shit and they be like, oh my god! It was literally. We was like, shit. Car done flipped up in the air like Ricky Bobby Talladega Nights. We just chilling. But yeah, that was a crazy time. But I don't regret stuff like that because it's a part of the journey. It was fun. We got to see what it's like to be on the road and die. And these are experiences you cannot fake or recreate. So I guess I'm kind of glad I went through that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to go back to the timeline. Okay, so flash forward to today. I don't do clubs anymore.
Why not?
I do comedy full time now, and I do photography, but I'm primarily focused on comedy because I don't want to get stuck behind the camera. I was stuck behind the camera for years. I don't know if I said it. Going back to 2010, I bought my first camera because I wasn't getting the audition. So I was like, I'm gonna film my own shit. And we was already filming, but that's when I got a better camera.
Right.
That's when it felt real.
Right.
Because I spent money. It was like, yeah, you better do something.
We always
with it.
do that, man. Thinking like investing a lot of money equivates to like, oh, I'm really doing something.
That's how we set up.
Yeah.
Don't always work like that.
Right.
So that's when I guess it got real for me. But I guess coming back to now, to answer your question, I'm doing it full time. So unless you opening up for somebody big or you're the headliner, you're not getting paid. I have 2 children. I can't go home and be like, hey, y'all, I ain't gonna be able to feed y'all tonight because they're not gonna be satisfied with that, and I'm going to jail.
I'm done.
2 things I don't like: disappointing my children and going to jail.
Yeah,
If you don't know me that well, that's like a fun fact. Jeopardy show. Dexter's not like disappointing his kids. He don't like going to jail ever. I don't care if it's Sunday, Christmas, they giving free cupcakes or tattoos. I do not like jail, prison.
County, none of that.
Not even a little bit.
I don't even like county.
Not even a little bit.
Right. Yeah, so I got a question for you right quick.
Yes.
So how has comedy, as in like totality, changed with like, social media? Because you have a lot of followers or a lot of influencers who do funny things and gain a lot of traction, but at the same time, they can't do a stand-up for an hour or 30 minutes. But they can make more income than someone who's been in the comedy game doing stand-up for years and years and can't even make a buck. So where's comedy now in that state?
It's definitely evolving. That's a great question. It's definitely evolving.
Yeah.
But that's like you can't get mad at the game.
Right.
I never get mad at the game.
That's
The
true.
young cats is coming up, going viral off their first video, these little dances. Hey, baby. I'm like,
I can't even do that.
I can't get
I
mad.
can do none of these dances.
I literally cannot see, unless it's some bullshit, I can't see a black successful person and just be like, oh, I don't like that. Like, it literally inspires me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you can't get mad at the game. You just got to stay true to yourself. I think with anything, you have to learn to adapt. So even the old school comedians, you not big on social media, get big on social media. Because it's a lot of people, I don't know how they feel about it. I can't speak of it. I've never been on that tier as a comic where I was on the road and stuff. So when I see those comics that are still on the road, maybe they like doing that.
Right.
Maybe they don't want to be just present on social media. Maybe they just don't want to be big on TikTok. Because some people are content with it.
Right.
But when anything evolves, you have to adapt. So it's never, excuse me, in me to down the next person and how they're trying to get it. I'm just gonna look, because I'm not big on social media. I'm more so, but you know me, I'm a naturally funny person. So we talking, laughing, I'm being myself, cracking jokes. When you have to get online, get on social media, it's a lot of planning that goes into it. And it kind of takes away from the art form in a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Whenever it's something secondhand, like it started out theater, stand up, now you got social media, now you got film. Whenever you removing them or getting further away from the audience, it's gonna change. So it's just important to always know your audience and to be mindful of the variables in the game. It's always gonna be variables in the game. It's constantly changing. You can jump on, because some stuff, it don't last. It's a lot of apps that people used to use, like Vine. People probably thought Vine was gonna be around forever. And it was a lot of stars that got big off of Vine. Some people are still big, like King Bach. I don't know if y'all familiar with him.
Yeah, I like
he
him.
got big off of Vine. And he's still prominent to this day. But it's a lot of other people who you don't necessarily hear about.
Right.
So it's just about learning the game, respecting the game. Don't worry about somebody else. You're going to get yours regardless.
Right. So let me ask you this, bro. So what you think about T.I.?
Trying to be a
Doing
comedian.
comedy, yeah.
And he wasn't even funny.
Right, but let me say this though, because this is not like him coming from being viral, like off a phone or app. Like he knows stage presence. He know how to work a mic and move the crowd because of his songs and stuff like that.
Right.
So how do you think about him going from music? Because you don't see that, or at least I never have, music to comedy.
First off, let me say shout out to Tip.
Shout out to Tip, man.
Shout out to Tip. But it's a different arena.
Right.
We all know Tip. We love Tip. he in the rap game. He's a legend in Atlanta within itself. But you can't go to an entire other arena like comedy and think it's gonna be the same. It's not. And it's been a lot of people that's been back, on the fence about Tip and his stand up. Whether they think it's funny, whether he's going about it in the right way. Me personally, I haven't sat down and just watched his stand up. I just done seen bits and pieces.
Yeah, same.
But I will say, I feel like he's trying to skip some steps
because of his status already.
Because of his status,
and that's usually how it goes. And that's because for real, because if you already feel like you got the status, and
then why
you feel like, well, I could just go on stage and do it. I don't have to do nothing else. I don't have to go through the steps that they had to go through.
Doing little bars and stuff. I can go ahead and get an arena in the stadium now because of my name value.
He's already starting out like sold out. You're the headliner, like that's not the same. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, that I'll never, like I say, talk down on the next person. It's Tip. Right. He's not. You think he's finna start off and on my grind and go? He ain't finna do that shit. He ain't finna do that. He gonna go about his. But he's also receiving that too. You have to take the criticism. You can't just. Oh, I want all the good. This is great. Like no, you finna get some of this bad shit in here too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you gonna get the heckling. You not funny. That shit was trash.
Right.
Welcome to the comedy game, Tip. Welcome to the comedy game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I know like a lot of comedians probably had like some animosity towards that because, everybody felt like what you felt. He skipped steps.
Yeah.
And my thing is, like, I don't know nothing about comedy, but based on interviews and comedians that I follow, throughout their careers, they all say similar things about how comedy is like a tight-knit group. It's a small group that once you're in, one, it's hard to get in, and it's just as hard to stay and maintain your whatever in there.
I will say I'm an introvert, extrovert.
Yeah.
And I know people think I'm full of shit. Whenever I'm dating to a girl, and I be like, I'm shy. She be like, you ain't. You're a comedian. It's like, okay, fuck what I just said. But but I'm definitely a shy person, and I will say it's a very small network. You're gonna bump into the same comedians every single time. You're gonna see the same people every single time. It's just bound to happen. In the Atlanta comedy game, you know what I'm saying?
Famous comedians, have you?
Who have I met? I've met George Wallace. Well, okay. I mean, it's been I mean, because I don't just like write it down necessarily, but it's been a couple. Bruh Man, y'all remember him from?
Yeah, Bruh Man, yeah.
Cat Williams.
Oh.
He probably don't even remember meeting me. I met him that night. Well, people in Atlanta will remember this. When the night that Walker got to fighting at the bowling alley, I met Cat Williams. So shout out to the people, the Atlanta natives that know that night. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The people that's from Atlanta, that night that Walker got to fighting at the bowling alley, Rich Kids were there. It was a whole bunch of people there. Luda was there.
Oh my goodness.
What was I doing there? I don't know. I think but I met so many. I think those are probably like some of the biggest people that I met, like Cat Williams and George Wallace. Right. Those are the big, and then Bruh Man, because he was at a headliner. And was that the same night I auditioned for Wild 'N Out? I think that was a different night. I auditioned for Wild 'N Out. They didn't take me. No, wait. I went to an audition, tried to finesse my way.
Oh my goodness.
Because I didn't sign, like I didn't email or something. And I tried to finesse. I'm too honest of a person. Like the woman was like, are you on the list? And I should have lied.
I said, yeah.
And I should have been like, yeah, I told John and he just told me to bring the papers and the ginger ale. Like something, you know what I'm saying? But I froze up and I said, no, but you gonna let me go? And she was like, if we got time. And it's Wild 'N Out. So it was like 60 comedians. And it was like, yeah, it's like 1 a.m. I'm not going to audition. Yeah. So I was close. But Nick, if you see this, what's happening?
I'm done, bro.
Somebody asked me a question. We keep getting off topic.
I'm sorry, no.
We don't know where we at.
No.
Nah, he like, your show, figure it out.
Yeah, no. We were just talking about like the T.I. thing.
Oh yeah. So that's Tip. Like I said, shout out to Tip, but that's with the territory.
What other avenues do you think you'll go into? Is it just gonna be comedy? You think you'll ever go into acting fully as well?
I wouldn't mind it because I started out in theater.
Right.
So I really have an appreciation for thespians, and I love film. Like I'm a whole nerd. Like I know y'all see this right here. I was supposed to talk about this too, Might just wait till the next episode because this is an introduction and this is my show, so I'm gonna do it how I want it. None of the boo boo. And to answer your question, cliche and be very mature. Yes, I definitely. It's something. Yeah, I'm definitely open to. You know what I'm saying? There are some roles that I will not do. I've gotten offered roles to be like gay. Or slave. I'm not gonna do that. And again, it's nothing against gay people or nothing like that. It's just me having a respect for the craft. I'm not gonna fully commit to something like that. It's just like another role I wouldn't do. Like I'm not finna be Junior, the Junior that got raped Ebony at the party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not finna do.
Certain roles you just not doing.
I'll be evil as hell. You know, I'll slap a puppy in a movie, but I'm not finna, because this shit like that just stick with you. And I know that's childish and we should probably get away from that. And I feel bad for those actors, but it's just like,
No, I really do. Man.
I just, at least not early. I'm gonna do maybe like 50 years. Let me play a rapist or a child beater or something like that. But you want to start off beating children in your career. Work your way up. That sounds horrible. Work your way up to beating children.
I'm looking at you like, what?
I was just about to ask for you to describe your sense of humor because I like the dark humor.
Right. That boy dog as hell.
I do have really dark humor.
And work your way up.
And black people, they usually they hate. They'll start preying on your ass. Like they be real.
Man, you better
this
laugh.
your first time checking me out. It might not be for you, which is cool. I'm not gonna feel no type of way. I want this show to be for everybody that it's for. If you watching it, you laughing, and you like he crazy as hell, and you want to come back, yo, pull up. You know what I'm saying? This is you finna be getting a whole lot more good, better stuff like this off the real.
More good, better.
I have very dark humor.
Okay.
And because I don't know if I mentioned, but I used to be a firefighter. I used to be a 911 operator, and I was in the military. So I have a very dark sense of humor. I suffer from depression and anxiety. So my people that's suffering from depression and anxiety, how you doing? How you feeling mentally today? I hope you straight. I listen to nature sounds in the morning. It makes me feel amazing. So shout out to mental health and everybody that's going through some shit.
I should try that.
And
thought about that before.
we out here, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is real shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. So, introduction. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I got a tattoo. This is my only tattoo. Just to answer this, I'm not answering no more time. Just this one episode. Strength, courage, wisdom. I got inspired from this movie. Y'all ever seen Birth of a Nation?
No.
I don't. Which one?
The one with Nate. What's his name?
Nate Turner.
Nate Turner. Thank you, Tiffany.
Nah,
Shout
I
out
feel like I feel like it would make me angry the next
Yeah,
day.
the character. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Nate Parker.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Why I say Nate?
Yes, it's a great movie. It's a great movie. Of course, it's about Nat Turner, the slave that revolted
Right.
many years ago in the U.S. It's at the very beginning of the scene. I'm sorry, not the scene. The film. As a child, he had like a birthmark or something, and it looked similar to the tattoo I have now. And I can't even remember exactly what it was, but that's where I got the inspiration. So I took that from that film, Strength, Courage, Wisdom, and it's something that I try to have with me and honor my ancestors on a daily, regular basis, so that I make sure I'm taking care of myself and those around me.
There you go.
I like it.
Powerful.
I get kind of deep too. Yeah. So y'all, yeah. You're like, oh wow, he's a comedian, but he's so deep and thoughtful and considerate. Oh wow. Oh shit, that's great. You know.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. We got, man, Tiffany don't need to be on the show. We got so many little inside jokes, and I'm not gonna tell y'all what they are. Like, we just gonna be laughing, like, cause it's my show. Like, I'm gonna explain everything. Like, I'm doing a whole interview, I'm sweating and shit.
That is true.
You know, I look okay. I'm sweating. I feel like I'm sweating a lot.
A little bit.
A little bit. She gave me this look like, yeah, you sweating a lot. But she was like, I'm gonna be nice about it. You definitely sweating because it's hot over here a little bit. It's juice, this apple juice is making me hot.
That's what it is. That's what always been, bro.
But
Apple juice.
Oh yeah, so did I cover everything?
Yeah, you said Bernie Mac was your favorite actor. Is he your favorite comedian as well? Then, now, because that was going to be one of my questions, but now I'm curious. Like,
Yeah, after I got a question too.
Yes, Bernie Mac probably is my favorite comedian.
Okay.
Yes.
Who's your top 5 comedians?
Yeah.
Top 5 comedians. Damn it all to hell.
Past, present, future, doesn't matter.
Past, present, future.
Dead or alive.
Dead or alive. Okay. All right. Here you go. Richard Pryor,
There you go.
Red Fox, Bernie Mac. 2 more. Why would y'all do this?
Gotta put you on the spot, bruh.
I'm trying to think about that. Then I can't put him on there because if I put him on here, I gotta put him on there. Take him off. You gotta put him back.
You said 3?
I know, but it's like because the heavy hitters is easy.
Yeah.
But the people who like they paved the way, or you I can't forget about this because I know I'm gonna be driving home and be like, damn, I should have said something.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right,
And I
right.
know it's not. I'm acting like we had the Oscars and shit, but it's just like I would have said the right thing. Okay, all right. Who was? Oh, I forgot his name.
Tough.
Johnny Carson.
Mm-hmm.
I got one more right.
Mm-hmm.
Flip Wilson.
Okay.
Who is Flip Wilson?
Yeah.
Get out.
What?
I don't know who Flip.
You don't know who Flip Wilson is?
I don't either.
Maybe I need a face. Like
You know who Flip Wilson is, right? Of course. Okay, all right. At least one person in the room know who Flip Wilson.
it's
Yo, okay, 2 people in. Can I get a third? Kaya, do you know who Flip Wilson is? No, I'm disappointed. Okay, at least I got okay, it's a couple people in the room that know who Flip Wilson is. If you know who Flip Wilson is, please comment underneath. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it.
Oh, okay.
You Googled it.
Yeah, so did.
I need the face.
I need the face.
Like we know,
I need
like
the
we
face.
needed the face.
I never knew his
Back in the
name.
day,
Yeah.
like Johnny Carson.
Yeah,
did, you know?
yeah. I never like saw his name though. I just knew his face.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But I know you're talking about though.
Yeah. But yeah, real quick. Yeah, that's Flip Wilson. Thank you.
Shout out
That's
to
dope.
LA.
Okay, we can do stuff like
Shout out
okay.
to LA, man.
That's what's up. Shout out to LA. It's lit. Okay. Okay, this gonna be fun. All right. We doing stuff. Okay. It's lit. Okay, y'all. So how much time I got? Can anybody give me some time?
I don't know.
How much time I got? It's my show. This is true. Okay. Well, I guess I can close it out right there. We talked about plenty of stuff. You know,
Cool.
some good stuff. Some good stuff, right?
Yeah, man.
I talked a lot.
Yeah.
Got sweaty. Good
You
first
did the thing.
episode.
You did
Good first episode. Okay, so
Proud of you.
with my channels, shout out to Evan Vision. I got a new family, y'all, man. I'm out here. I'm gonna be rocking. I have my own channel. If y'all want to check it out, it's Mr. Dexstar, spelled MRDECSTAR. You can follow me on social media at Comedian Dex Will. That's gonna be on Instagram right there. It's the same for TikTok at Comedian Dex Will. My not TikTok, but Twitter, I'm sorry, is Dex Will Jr. at Dex Will Jr. on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter a whole lot, but I am on there occasionally. Did I say everything? Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I'm on Snapchat, but I don't use Snapchat.
Who gives out?
Did somebody use Snapchat? You don't give Snapchat.
Nah, bro, that's a little too.
We seen
close.
some weird stuff.
That's
on
like giving out
Snapchat.
your number. Like, oh,
You know, it's a little. You see some
little
weird stuff on
intimate. Yeah,
there.
Snapchat a little more
You know what I'm
intimate.
saying?
You know.
Yeah,
Snapchat weird.
it is. People put freaky stuff. Why people do that?
It disappears after a day.
It's like, let me put the freaky stuff on here. Why you put it on Instagram?
People true colors be on Snapchat, y'all.
You know, I got more time to see this booty on Instagram. You putting it on Snapchat. Half a second of booty. That's inconsiderate.
Stupid,
As
man.
far as I'm concerned. But so yeah, that's once again my IG, Comedian Dex Will. You can follow me on Twitter at Dex Will Jr. My TikTok is Comedian Dex Will. Y'all hit me up, comment on the video. If you caught any of the references, next episode, I'm definitely gonna cover this. Real quick, I also want to mention some of the things I'm gonna talk about in my shows. Interesting films that I've seen or I love or I appreciate like this. This is Ernest Scared Stupid. Have y'all ever seen this?
You said Ernest Scared Stupid?
Ernest Scared Stupid, starring Jim Varney. He played the dog in Toy Story. But you seen Toy Story, right?
Yeah.
Every black person seen Toy Story. Okay, so we'll talk about that next time. Some of the other things, I'm gonna do topics. I don't do drama. I don't care about the celebrities. None of that stuff. Oh, definitely want to do a moment of silence for my man Trouble. Adult Tech Entertainment, man. The city definitely hurt. We're gonna miss the young guy. I actually had the opportunity to meet him in person not too long ago. This was actually last year. I was hosting downtown at the Cuckoo Room. Shout out to the Cuckoo Room. I also host karaoke at a couple different bars downtown as well. So it's not necessarily a comedy bar, but they had comedy night. I was hired to host karaoke, tell a couple jokes in between people performing, etc. While I'm at the Cuckoo Room, I noticed him immediately, went up, said, "What's up?" got the DJ to play one of his songs, you know, just to show love and respect. And he was just a real cool dude, real chill. I grew up on his music, very inspirational dude. A lot of people from Atlanta know he got out of jail December 17th. That was his first mixtape. And it just hurts when you see, I be damned, because black people, we got to do some crooked shit sometimes to make it, because the system is pit against us.
Right.
So when we get locked up or get successful off of doing drugs and shit, sometimes I be like, fuck it. So when I see a black successful person, whether you doing, however you getting your money, you know, of course, if it's unethical, that's a different story. But just getting your money, being successful, getting away from that bullshit, I salute that person. So I'm definitely gonna miss Trouble. Shout out to DTE.
Trouble, man.
Shout out to Atlanta. I know y'all heard it right now. Shout out to Tevin Hero. Shout out to Cliche. Thank y'all so much for pulling up on the show, man. This is the first of many. I'm excited to be here. Once again, shout out to Evan Vision. Shout out to Tiffany Real. Shout out to LA. Shout out to Kaya. And we out this thing.
Shout out to Kool-Aid.
Everybody.